that's right.
Side. Yeah,
oh my God.
This was a crazy
that 1v3 or whatever was ridiculous.
Goes all the way to the round 11. But we'll see what adjustments G2 make. And then for Toronto, I mean, listen, you have some VOD to go over. Try to set us some hard counters. You know the way G2 likes to play.
Well, do the shots in. Mamba doesn't spot the swim route from Joe Deceives. And almost. But that's good instincts for Mamba. Like, you know you get tagged. It could be setting up for that exact kind of play. Tries to back out of it for a moment. Well, he decides to re-engage, and he's going to end up dropping. So Joe Deceives finds the opener.
I think that was Kremp who runs away, and Mamba thinks
Kremp.
He thinks he can get away. Mamba's just hoping maybe to catch him. But you do, earn that first.
I blacked out. For whatever reason, in my head, maybe it's because we were switching spectators. I thought Mamba like that.
That's never been taught. I do have a big head, though.
Yeah, no. I mean, you have a huge brain or like brain swelling or something like that.
Got a lot of problems, yeah.
Well, Joe Deceives with the blood, and he'll get a second behind that as well. And they're slowing it down here for this offensive push. Kremp going to get aggressive up through that mid-cut, out towards Pool, and he'll just be content to hold this for now. You have two on this side from Koi. That'll be Kips and Insight, but they're not liking what they're seeing. Well, more, I think they're liking what their teammates are seeing. You have two all the way pushed up A. They've got a lot of space. The call is to wrap it out.
Yeah, the question is, what did Sky see, right? We obviously have X-ray, but he's watching this cross, so he's spotting the players. So G2 know this. So now it's probably going to be a retake. As A-bomb is going down, but G2 had the info majority of the time. They knew that this was going to be an option, so they trust in their retake ability. The problem is, though, Insight is hitting. Inside of Zig will be Kips, 4 versus 2. You're trying to trade this out, and you do. But the problem, you're down a man. Well, now you're down 2, and you defuse the bomb.
I mean, I hit Kips. He had the pre-fire. I got a lot of damage in there as well. I thought he was going to be the player to really make the play. Boy, so that makes me feel good. Yeah.
Never want to be sad.
True. I like to be a happy boy. We'll see if they can keep the streak going, but you've got 1 kill currently for G2. Joe Deceives. He's got 2 first bloods already.
And maybe that's sort of what they've seen, right? When they like to go A, they leave Mamba by himself, bedroom. Let's try to exploit that and get this first blood. This time there is going to be a pinch from Clean X, so it's going to be a
So was it him or Kremp that got picked the first time? Was it Mamba? So it was Mamba. Okay,
yeah, so that's 2 first deaths for him.
Remember, I was in a black hole at round 1, so.
And this
in the 1 versus Optic. He has 58 damage, 0-3.
You have 1 kill.
They have 1 kill.
Yeah.
Every time this starts, I think you're Warhawk, SnD. It's going again. Kleenex gets the blood. Listen, I know a lot of you are new fans, but Joe, back at Champs in Call of Duty Ghost, they 6-0'd, top 2 team at the time, in Search and Destroy. There was not a single kill for that SV team until the final round. They got 2 kills around 6. They had 2 total kills. It was the most dominant thing I've ever casted. And I'm thinking about it right now, honestly. Like,
this is pretty darn dominant.
Yeah. We're not there yet, but we're getting damn close. They have 2 kills through what's about to be 4 rounds. I still can't believe you guys choked that round 6, though. No, they got 3 now. Never mind. They're running away with it. They're hot. They didn't know what was going wrong, maybe to some degree, and maybe now they're starting to figure it out a little bit. 6-0 from Insight. I still remember, man, this guy had some monster maps on raid when he first came into the league back in Cold War. I mean, he replaced Zenny and Search and Destroy turned around instantly. That was insane. Sorry. I always have to have 1. Finally, a first blood for G2, though. They forgot what they were. Every single player is 1 and 4. There's some beautiful symmetry to that.
No, there is. Yeah, there is.
If only a score was somehow 1-4, that would make sense. But
see if they can get this. They get that first blood. Trump's going to find the second in the round. Yeah, and this is the tough one with Raid. These early deaths, you can just see how penalizing they are on this map. I mean, just 3v4s are so tough, the way our teams are playing them. And this is looking like another one.
So what do you think, like, after the change to like mid-map? I know it's still going to play a little different to patch just because of the pace of it, the wall bouncing and stuff, but more what you're used to?
Yeah, I think so. A lot of retakes, right? You can work both bomb sites, but it's really on the defense and how they want to play it. Do you want to play aggressive mid or just play aggressive around one bomb site and then retake?
Too, but they have been outclassed so far. As you said, maybe just need to wake up a little bit. Some strong maps for them, but if they thought they were going to walk all over Koi, like teams have been doing, that is not the case currently. Now, we saw kind of the clearance of A and wrap back from Koi a couple rounds ago. This time seems to be the opposite. They're grouping up to go towards B. The one guy that's going to be here is going to be Kremp. And then through cash window, that'll be Estriel. He had position to stop this plant. What do you want to do now?
Yeah, I mean, that's the question. It looks like they're going to rotate out of this. Look at the sort of the info Insight has. The problem is okay, I thought Chips was going to get caught. Instead, he does find one. So it turns this into a 3-on-3. And there was a chance for Estro to jump out of that window. If there's a guy on the B bomb, you kill that player. But they have no idea. Look at this. Mamba is going to be caught off guard there. A little surprised because there's nobody A side.
Exactly. So much time has passed and you have no info. But he thought he was just skipping on through.
Yeah, he thought he was going to catch them off guard, right? Rotating through, but they've already gotten past and now bomb is down.
Yeah, that looked kind of odd. Like he thought, I don't know, he made up information. he felt confident he could just prance on through pillars. Not the case. He's going to get dropped. Looks to be another dominant round for Koi.
What do we have? What don't we have? And right now, they're all on the same page.
And probably comms weren't the best when they were struggling and everyone was frustrated, right? Like that's going to be the first thing to go and the last thing to fix. Immediate pressure over towards A from G2. They've got all the space in the world, but look at this. Yeah, this is the grouping up, though, that I feel like we didn't see a lot from Koi. This is something you just have to do sometimes. Like, it does feel very jetpacky, but sometimes you don't need multiple angles. You can just bully yourself through one. We'll see if it'll work out here. It may not, but sometimes you just got to do it. You split too much, and several players just get isolated in 2v1s and cut down, but this is still very winnable. Still 2 versus 2.
Yeah, I mean, that's a massive pick from Chips on the Skies. You have the man advantage if you are G2, and then Skies just over peaks. So Chips able to find that one. Yeah, the one thing was is G2 played that really well because they didn't plant the bomb, right? I mean, you sort of catch them going for the retake before that bomb is even planted. So you had the advantage. You knew the play that was coming. But still, 2v2, now bomb planted. And there is all the info in the world for Chips and Insight.
Chips. Had a massive map one and just rips Mamba. His struggles continue. Estrio last alive for the map. Koi has been dominant, and man, you gotta love what you're seeing out of this young guy, Kips.
Uh-oh.
Well, until he gets haymakered. Estrio drops him 1 versus 1, and well, not a lot of time. He got spotted, but can he actually track back to it? I don't think he can get there. He can't, so he's dancing.
Yeah, it's a tough one, right? Because Insight knows he's got to check the bomb. He checks it. You're just kind of relying on Kips.
Once he just ripped Mamba's head clean off his shoulders. And Jamie Insight 7-1. Joe, again, honestly, it's some of the hard point is just well-rounded. It's not this one-dimensional team like it felt like for the better part of this year so far. And that seems to be their offensive strategy so far, is just like take a peek either side. You know, what do you know? Get whatever information you can, execute based off that information.
A lot of it's this guy, and it's good to see him playing with his confidence, right? With sort of all the crowd noise going on. But playing well so far. Now, the big thing here is look at Sky's position number 2. If they end up rotating through driveway, he is in a cheeky spot here, right on the edge of the map. But Chips is going to find the first blood. So does he over-rotate? At least gets one. And the second. It is a beautiful read out of Skies.
Now, I like what you said about Insight, though. Like, playing with some confidence. But he's been under the gun, it feels like, for a long time.
Yeah.
And the fact is this. Despite the fact that he...
Yeah, but this gun's hot. It feels like very hot.
He has some stinkers that people remember. They just don't remember the consistency the other 95% of the time. You remember him getting turned on by Dan Ghosty, right? Like, you remember those plays, but, like, Insight has...
Because anyone could maybe find that first kill and just think it's a B hit and not going to have a second player there.
Well, G2 starting to wake up, just might be a little too late. They went into that 0-4 hole. Now climbing back, and Crip, how does he get both?
Melted.
Still 41 HP somehow. I bet the second player couldn't even shoot, but a shot his teammate, so he ends up getting both. And just like Skies kind of called round, now I think Crimp did. I swear, if I just said all this positive stuff about Koi and then they lose this.
It might happen.
You shut your mouth and up with like...
Yeah.
The shots, because it didn't even look like he was aiming them to me, but he hit him like 3 times. Well, here we go. Kremp 6 straight. Taken over in the search. When he is hot, one of the scariest players. Mamba has had a lot of first deaths. To be fair, it was 3, like through 3. He hasn't had one since. This was a scary spot where I thought he was going to get caught. Still playing with some swagger, though. Got a teammate or 2 to work with as well. Maybe a one-on-one going to happen on the other side of the map as well. Insight, I thought, and Crimp maybe going to dance, but Crimp's going to rotate out of this. This is going to be Insight's chance to get aggressive. Nice shoulder, nice spot. And then you remember how I said that there are the lows to go with mostly highs? Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah, no, that was all
that was one. Mm-hmm. That's on me.
No, that one absolutely is on you. Because that's a first blood.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
They rotate.
I feel bad now.
They can plan for laundry instead. It's a 3 versus 4.
He was 7-1.
Yeah.
So it's like, he's still 7-4. It's really good. But you remember that.
They can still win this round, though.
Oh, holy hell. I want to vomit. Kips just beam through the wall. Skies. Absolute perfection out of him. Crimp gets ISO drop. 2 versus 2. 15 seconds.
Oh,
1 versus
no
1.
Way.
Oh my God, we're going the whole way.
I thought the way that Estriel was playing that, someone hopped it, but they never hopped it. So
G2. But what do you know? The gritty team keeps on gritting. I don't know if that's the thing.
Yeah.
They push it though. We go the distance. Offense for G2. It is all about A-side pressure. This is going to be a retake situation for Koi. Well, we'll see. Assuming they just allow this to get planted. You do have Kleenex mid. Kleenex, that's a monster win. Crimp has been winning all his fights. He had 10 kills leading the lobby.
Hold on.
You get that blood.
Hold on now. Oh, this is going to end up being horrible. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was going to be Drake for Mamba. Instead, yeah, he's going to get hunted.
Oh, no. Mamba's early round has been tough. 2-8 out of Mamba after having that incredible performance just last week.
We talked about sort of the Todd timings working his way.
Yeah.
This time, not so much.
Honestly, he had that one round. He had about 15 timings work in his favor against Optic. That was, yeah, that's the opposite of it. Kips got wallbang through this window earlier, but now it's all going to be on Estriel. Rip to 31. Koi, I got a little nervous. Thought they were letting it slip.